the exact date of where I was on this day, say 10, 15, 5 years ago, whatever. So on this day, August the 8th, 20 years ago, oh my God, I was in Watford. I remember that those weird guys, Steve and Paul, were making some sort of big numerology, astrology deal of the fact that it was the 8th of the 8th, 88. And now we're at the 8th of the 8th in 2008. A year that, to be fair, I never really thought would come. Not because of my age or the changing of times or anything like that. It was just one of those years that just didn't seem like it was real. I mean, this week I watched Escape from New York, which was made in 1981, I think. And it was filmed as a science fiction movie that took place in 1997, which is so strange because, your whole life, my whole life, that's when science fiction movies took place, in 1997, 1999, the year 2000, things like that. It just never seemed like there would be a day in your life when you'd look at a movie like that and you'd think, 1997, that was fucking 10 years ago. It's not even fucking science fiction. It's like, it's nothing now because it didn't actually happen, and the future that was predicted never came close to happening. So, the last Olympic Games is when I was watching in Strasbourg and talking to Danny a lot on the internet. 4 years before that, I was living with Margaret and watching those games in the second apartment that we had. 4 years before that, I was watching in Canterbury. Strangely though, I don't really remember watching the Olympic Games in Canterbury very well. I don't really have a very good recollection of those games. I'll have to try to think of that. Anyway, 1992 is when I was in Watford and I got my letter during the Olympic Games from Alberta. And 4 years before that, I was watching the games all night long with Karen, and when Ben Johnson won his medal, and that was in Watford too. 4 years before that were the games in Los Angeles, and I was watching them with Robert Klein Beekman and his friend Jim something that I don't remember his last name. I don't know if I ever knew it. Anyway, other than that, it's weird because I'm really finding it hard to keep up my all new, all better appearance and exterior and everything like that. I'm so fucking bored that it's just insane. And I'm getting pissed off with France, to be honest. And I mean, the thing is that I really gotta not get pissed off. I gotta just do it, just go and just let it happen. And and if there's frustrations, well, they're to be expected in at least some cases. And anyway, I really need to get a place to go so that I can actually go. And they don't seem like they're going to be helping me. And this is going to be a big problem in France to find I don't just want a reasonable place. I want a good place to live. It's going to cost money, and why the fuck do you want to spend the money on fucking shit accommodation when at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You spend a little bit more and you get a better place to live. And then it'll feel permanent, and that I'll be enjoying my days and things like that, and that's so important to me. So it's so important to get started. And yet, I'm just getting nothing back from Lyon except letters. I think I sent them 7 emails, and they've answered 2. One to say, oops, sorry, we're not fucking answering the emails right now because we're on vacation, and maybe you should be on vacation too. And the other one said, oh yeah, you don't have to get a health certificate. Well, who the fuck cares about that? Anyway, I'm so bored, and it's weird because it all started so good, and I had so many things going on in the day, and then there was James and Ben at home. And then when I came here, you know, and Ben left, so there was less of that. There was no Seltzer to go to. And then the football started, and I started to see Marshall and Miguel, and you know, in the evenings and stuff like that. And I was doing stuff, and it felt like I was doing something every day. And then the football ended, and then fucking James has left, and